And
Bonjour.
bonjour.
We're
we,
gonna say bonjour at the same
bonjour.
time.
Just have
Hello,
to say
Bruno. Please
bonjour.
carry on.
We, we are again live on Times Square with Shaheer Sheikh remotely coming in. Our executive producer today on the podcast will be live with me for another special edition of our Onco Data podcast. Today, a little bit less data and more the people side, because in a few minutes we will have our billboard coming up here just behind me. I say our billboard, we rent this billboard maybe once every month and a half, and we like to display different things that are important to us, in particular patient advocates. Uh, one thing we like to remind ourselves and also audience is that yes, we are specializing at LARVOL on onco data, but we always have to remember that behind the data, there are people. And you can see I'm wearing my standard color of purple. And purple is actually the color also of several cancer community, in particular the pancreatic cancer community, which is one of the most devastating cancer with huge medical unmet need, because the options we have are really not adequate. So today, the purple is both for us, but even above that for the patients, and in particular the pancreatic cancer patients. So anything to add on all of that? And you'll have to give me my cues for that in 3 minutes. For to make sure that we share with the audience. So stay in, right? Everybody's listening, stay in, because in 3 minutes on the
A-
billboard behind us, there we are. We're
Agreed.
gonna have our own broadcast coming, right?
We are locked in on the billboard, of course, Bruno.
Okay.
And as you mentioned, behind every stat, of course, there's a very sensitive. It's a very sensitive area, and behind every stat, there's a human involved. And it's very nice that all of us are usually very careful about that, and we're trying our best to play our role as we can. And of course, you would see a reflection of that on the billboard as well. We're trying to make sure that the voices are not just encouraged, but of course mentioned, so that there's visibility on that part. Although they have plenty of visibility, they're great people. And I don't want to distract from the topic, but there is a very amazing book as well that has launched in the States, the United States, by one of our cancer advocates. So we're going to be mentioning that as well, Bruno.
Right, because one of the frames on the billboard that's going to appear in a few seconds is from Dr. Liz, who is a wonderful sort of advocate. She herself is a survivor, and she's also a physician, and so a book is going to be out, and we're gonna put her on the billboard in a few minutes. Yeah.
The book is out already. The book is out
Is that
already.
already? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. She did a book tour actually in New York City, I think a week or two. A week or
It's
two. She's a
called
wonderful person to follow.
Agreed. It's called the Cancer Roadmap. If yeah, if we'd like to
That's
specify.
not her.
It,
That's not her.
no, no, that's not her. It's called that's a very beautiful looking lady. That would be holding a book in her hand, and you should be able to see that, Bruno, in a little
Oh,
bit.
here we are. That's
But
us. That's us.
oh
That's Dr.
wow,
Liz.
that's Dr.
Here we
Liz.
are.
That's
And
Dr.
that's
Liz.
that's Fong Gallagher, who's a wonderful influencer as well. And these
Agreed.
are all the women at ASCO. It goes fast because we wanted to place
Who's
a
that?
lot of,
Who's that?
well, these are tigers. And that's me. Oh, it goes the second time. Okay. Here we are. Dr. Liz, Fong Gallagher. The oncologist women or the top influencers at ESMO, and then Tigers from the Laval Group, and me, and Ty the Tiger. Oh,
It's
the
going.
same
Oh,
time. Oh my
very cool,
God.
very cool. That's a very good loop that we are having. Very cool. Thank you so much.
We,
Yeah,
we,
thank you very
we,
much, everybody
we
who's
paid.
involved in these
We
efforts.
paid for one. We got three runs. I think it's coming again, maybe. Oh, there's a glitch in the matrix.
There's no glitch, Bruno. We paid for all of them.
Are we paying
We
for
paid
all of
for it.
that?
Yeah, we're paying for all of them. But yeah,
But I thought we we're paying for one. Oh, now we move to someone else. Okay, right.
okay.
So just to explain what happened, right?
Yeah,
Again, our company is renting this billboard here on Times Square, in the middle of New York City about once a month, and we have a little podcast or a little video cast, so to speak. And we like to highlight sometimes people from our company, sometimes cancer advocates, sometimes physicians, like physicians at the cancer conference ESMO, who did so much for the field. So we also going to take quick a little bit later today. I'll come back because come every hour. So I'll come back later today. We'll take better picture and then we'll post it on social media. But at least you got the audience.
I
Uh,
I lost your audio for a little bit, Bruno. But yeah, I think you're making some very you're highlighting some very good points and thoughts. Of course, we have a lot of good people. Actually, let's not forget our tigers. And I saw my picture in between the tigers. So that's it's a nice day for me to be at a billboard on Times Square. It's yeah, a special day made even special, even more special. So thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. The journey so far has been really nice, and yeah, I'm trying to unmute you, Bruno, as I'm speaking, but I'm not able to. So hopefully you'll be able to do that.
try
Yeah,
to unmute me. Here we are.
yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
So let's maybe use that as an opportunity to still link all of this to cancer data and to what we do at LARVOL. So that was the exciting part of the podcast in some ways. And now let's go back to reintroducing ourselves. Maybe some people listening have never heard of us. So we are a company based in San Francisco. We are about 120 members. We call our team members tigers, right? So purple tigers. If you follow us on social media, you'll see a lot of purple tigers. It makes me very happy this morning. I saw one of our friends, Brian Shield, who's a very friendly guy, a little bit of a competitor, but not really, really more someone in our field. We took a very nice video of purple tigers mentioning us today on LinkedIn. That made me very happy. So
It's
what we do is that we focus like a laser beam on one thing, the intersection between cancer data and AI. Now, the company over the years worked in many areas. It's always about data and healthcare, but we really focused recently on cancer data because if you want to do something very meaningful, something that other people don't do, and ideally something that other people cannot do, you want to specialize, you want a niche, you want an area where you can become best in the world at something. And so I decided a couple of years ago that in order to do that, I wanted to say essentially no to anything else and just to focus like a laser beam on cancer data and AI. And so that's what we do. We build solutions, products, content related to cancer data and AI. And every week in this podcast, we highlight and we document our journey into cancer data and AI.
and it's such a huge area, to be honest, that it certainly deserves that kind of focus and that kind of dedication that we have, of course, and not to forget the data sets that we have
And
on Laurel Clint, of course.
and
Hello,
as
how
we
are
do
you?
that, we make a lot of friends. This is Shaheer, producer here.
Nice to meet you.
Mike has been our friend on Times Square for now a year or two. And each time I come here and we take pictures and video in front of our billboard, Mike is a professional photographer and he makes me look very good always. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll do another photo shoot later today.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
You like the photo shoot that you keep using me?
Of course. Thank you. Thank you.
It's great to meet you, Mike, and yeah, thank you very much for sending us all those very good looking pictures that you've been taking. I thought it was you, Bruno. You just
Oh,
it's yeah.
well, it's me, but Mike is a terrific photographer. It's not that easy to be a good photographer. You need to be patient. You need to get the person being photographed to be relaxed. You need to guide them at the same time. It's actually a little bit like management or leadership. in some ways. You have to, unless the photographer enjoys the model or the subject of the photographer of the photograph is not going to enjoy the moment. And if they don't enjoy the photo shoot, they're not going to be good. And
Uh,
it's the
I,
same thing in management.
I think I agree with that. Have you ever taken a picture of a very good looking scenery or something like that, a landscape? Have you ever done that? I'm sure you did.
It's true,
Like,
true, yes.
yeah, I never understood. I don't know. I feel like I might have some restriction in my mind regarding that. I don't know. I don't know. But I never am able to differentiate between a very good picture and a bad one when it's about landscapes. So there would be a friend or a photographer that was, oh, very nice picture. And then I would take the same picture from my phone and say, no, 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 this is not. Somehow,
Oh,
I don't know what kind of angles or what is that thing, but I could never do that. And I till date I don't understand the differentiation between them. Like,
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes. Well, we all have different ways of appreciating aesthetics. For me, I, 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 I don't have a musical ear. I love music, but I cannot tell you if someone sings well or not. Or
I think well.
um, you say, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Um, but I'm a visual person, so for me, uh, something that I have a strong opinion on something, whether it looks good or not. So um, so that's us in New York City, and look at how beautiful that sky is. Look at how
It's
it's
a
beautiful. It's a great light. It's a
it's
little
a great
cold,
day.
but I like it.
Yeah, very nice. And I just noticed another billboard in your background when you were like a little bit on the left side. It had smaller
Yes,
images forming one portrait, and that was just beautiful. Yeah, smaller images like 50
yes.
smaller images coming up, and for someday we want to advertise on that taller building, Bruno. That's probably the most
Oh,
expensive
yes,
one.
of course, of course.
Yeah. How much
So
is that?
our audience might not have. I heard some numbers. Maybe if you maybe I don't want to say.
A lot
Look,
of money.
I want to acknowledge our audience and our friends listening in. Um, we didn't talk too much about cancer data today, all right? And that's fine. Uh, but obviously, we dedicate our life to it. And today it's about the people side and about celebrating all the people, whether they are, again, patient advocates, whether they are physicians at cancer conference, whether they are tigers at LARVOL, celebrate all the people that make what we do possible. And,
Yeah.
um, and that's the people, there's people behind the data. That's a
And
message today.
thank you very much for that beautiful message, Bruno. As we go, as we're getting out of time, as we close the episode, I'd like you to dedicate a couple of lines, maybe for the couple of advocates that we have again today. And
Well,
of course, they're very honorable people. But yeah, go ahead.
yes. Well, first, I want to say thank you to Dr. Liz, who's been in contact with us, been very friendly. She built a great following, and she's a cancer survivor, and she documented her journey as a physician and as an advocate. And please get her book. Shaheer will list her book on the posting as well. And
Yeah, it's
also
called.
want to, yes,
As you
go
go on
ahead.
to the second one, it's called the Cancer Roadmap, and it's out and available on Amazon. I'll make sure that we connect
Yeah.
the link and everything to the details of
I,
this.
I like the title because it makes me think, of course, of the cancer journey, but it has a certain sort of a different tone to it than journey. So I actually like the title, and I want to acknowledge our second advocate for this month, Song Gallagher, is a wonderful person. I got the chance to meet at a conference, and she built also a very nice following of people who appreciate her sharing her journey, her own roadmap in colon cancer. And recently, she made a video that she called a last video on Twitter about the decision she made about her treatment. And I thought that was a very touching, very genuine, very positive, despite, of course, how terrible the disease is and decisions she has to make in her treatment. And I was shocked that Twitter, who I appreciate, decided to flag that video as for adults. And I tried to make a bit of a noise about it because this is obviously not adult content in any sense of the term. It's obviously serious content to talk about disease and decision. Many young people have cancer, and I think shielding young people from discussion of that type is really misguided. So I tagged Elon Musk. I didn't get a response so far, but I thought that the Fong's video should absolutely not be restricted and sort of censored, but instead should be amplified. So thank you, Fong, for everything you do and your wonderful family and your husband as well, who I'm now connected with. I think on that
And
note, we can say goodbye to our audience.
thank you very much, everybody. As we go out, thank you, Bruno. We'll see you next time, next week, around the same time. Appreciate it. Bye. Au revoir.
Au revoir.